All right. Hey, everybody. It is Sharvette Mitchell, and I'm excited that you are stopping by for this weekly training. We have training every week in July. And to kick off this series, we're going to be talking about your mid-year marketing goals. That's right. We are squarely in July. The first 6 months of the year have gone on by, but we still have 6 more months to go. And so let's talk about your marketing goals. And we'll get started right after this 3-minute countdown. Tag a friend, share the link, and say, hey, come and check this out. You are tuned in and checking out Sharvette Mitchell with Marketing Tips with Sharvette. 3 minutes to go.
Welcome to this audio course presented by Sharvette Mitchell. Find out more about her at sharvettemitchell.com and connect with Sharvette on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Grab a pen, notebook, or tablet and get ready. Here is Sharvette.
All right. I'm excited to have all of you joining me here for this weekly training. Listen, I see the virtual training room is lining on up. We're going to be talking about mid-year marketing goals. If you are new to me or you're new to my community and you're saying, this is the first time I've seen you live, welcome. I'm glad to have you again. Sharvette Mitchell, CEO of Mitchell Productions, where we work with small businesses and entrepreneurs to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. We do that with one-on-one consulting and our 12-month the Platform Builder program, which is based off of our trademark framework. We do that with the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Some of you may be here and may be familiar with that platform, with book collaborations and events. FYI, this segment, this whole series for July is brought to you by my 7th in-person conference. You saw the little flyer if you were hanging out in the countdown there. That is going to be here in Richmond, Virginia, the Platform Builders Summit, Richmond, Virginia, November 3rd and 4th. We would love to see you there, platformbuildersummit.com. So let me greet a few people that are here. Hello, LaShawanda Moore. Always glad to have you. We're so excited that you are here. Hello, Roshinda. Good to see you in the audience. Ayana, glad to have you. Good to see you. Hello. I see you, Gwen. Thank you for coming on in. We look forward to seeing you at the conference as well. And so welcome. And so let's jump right on in, because clearly, you know what? This is a holiday week. So some of you are on vacation. Let us know. Like, if you happen to be on vacation this week, just type vacation in the chat. Number one, thank you for spending a little bit of your vacation with me. I just got back from the Bahamas myself last week. So I even kind of did a little island vibe. So some of you may be on vacation, or you're like, Sharvette, I want to be on vacation. Hey, Tony and Winston, we are glad to have you. Hello, my mom. Hey, Betty. Hey there. Hello. And so if you're happen to be on vacation, just type vacation. But I realized this week is kind of like a funny week, right? Because there was a holiday like in the middle of the week. And so some people felt like it didn't even really feel like a holiday, but it did signal to us that, hey, like, we are squarely in Q3 now. Q1 has gone by, Q2 has gone by for our businesses. January, February, March, April, May, June. Half of the year has gone by. Now we are here in July. We're smack dab in the summer. And so some of you that may have children and school-age children, you're trying to figure out what to do. If you got older teenagers, they might be eating you out of house and home. And so summer just feels... Anyone feeling that? Summer just feels sometimes kind of a little bit out of sorts, because you don't have that normal schedule. Like when everybody gets back to school and kind of gets back to business and vacation stop, in September, you have more of a routine. But summer just feels a little bit in flux. And so I thought it would be a good time for us to level set, kind of focus and think back around our marketing. And this is the halfway mark, right? So if there are things that haven't happened, you still got time to make them happen. If there are things that didn't go right, you still got time to get it together and get it right. So I'm loving that. Thank you. Dr. T is on vacation in my dreams. Oh, listen, you got me. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's going to be going to hot Georgia next week. Enjoy. I just get back from Atlanta. I was born in Milledgeville, Georgia. FYI. So good. I'm glad to have you all here. Let's jump in. And so, what is a goal? As we think about mid-year marketing goals, let's just kind of level set. When we hear the word goal, what does that mean? And our friends over in Wikipedia just gave us this great definition, right? It's the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or a desired result. So your marketing has an aim, right? Your marketing there's a result. The reason why you are raising the visibility, your marketing, you're sharing everything that you have to offer, is because the result that you want customers, you want money, you want to make impact. So let's just remember that. So let's jump right on in. I'm going to share 7 things. I'm going to share 7 things in less than 30 minutes. I commit to that because I honor your time. And welcome as you come on in. If you are new to this broadcast, anywhere that you're watching, just let me know, and I want to show you some love. So the first place that I want to start, because this is a place that we don't do really regularly, but I want to start with you thinking about what were some of the marketing wins, things where you won, things that you want to celebrate from January, February, March, April, May through June. That is one of the first places to start, because number one, then that puts you in a place of gratitude, right? That puts you in a place of thankfulness, because it's real easy for our minds to be wired to say, well, I didn't hit this goal. I didn't do anything. Some of you might have felt like I didn't do anything the first 6 months or whatever, or life derailed you or whatever happened. One of the first things that I want you to do, and I invite you to comment if you want to share like a win that you can attribute to marketing. That's what I'm looking for. a win that you can attribute to marketing. I want you to share that in the chat, but in some, of your own time, I want you to take out a notebook, or if you are a planner person, take out a planner and really think about from January to June, what were some wins that I had that I could tie back to marketing. And look, I'm teaching already. Here's the thing. Some of the wins that you got in between January and June was from marketing you did last June, or marketing you did last October. In particular, if you are a service provider, because that's our sales cycle, right? All right, listen, LaShawanda said, just got back from vacation. Well, we are glad that you joined us. Hello, Rita. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so celebrate, and I invite you in the chat a win that you want to celebrate specifically during this kind of first 6 months. I want you to write it down because you're not giving yourself enough credit. Here's a second thing, and a different way to say it. Here's a different way to say that. So the second thing, as we think about our mid-year, like where are we mid-year, and making an assessment of like where we are right now, I want you to also look at growth. Sometimes people don't think about growth as a win, but it is. So let me help you out. So number 2 is really to help you with number 1. And sometimes y'all are bashful and modest, and you don't really want to thinking about winning and celebrating yourself. But did you experience from January to February, was there any growth anywhere? Did you make more money? Did you make money? Did your social media reach shift? Can you say, what the followers that I had on Facebook, that number has increased, or the followers in my Facebook group has increased, or my Instagram, or my YouTube subscribers? YouTube is really good at kind of like letting you know, here are the number of new subscribers you have, or podcast subscribers, or even podcast listeners. Maybe you're able to track your website traffic. Was there any growth? And so that's the second thing that I want you to do. I want you to think about that. So let me shout out LaShawanda, speaking opportunity from a presentation. There you go. I see another invite. Rita, listen, these are alumni Platform Builder clients, not surprised at all. Invited to speak, invites for speaking engagements. Ayana is shouting out, yes, my followers on Facebook and LinkedIn have increased. Those are wins. Those are celebrations. If your email list grew, you might say, I have a small list, but it was 100, maybe now it's 120. That's a win. Here's the other thing. As we start thinking about your mid-year goals, if you don't know where you are right now, because some of you are not able to answer this question. Some of you are not able to say, well, because you might be saying, well, I don't know how many followers I had in January, so I can't answer where I am now. Or I don't know how many people were on my email list in January, and so then I can't answer if I had growth. So point here, start now. You can always start now. You can always catch up now. Oh, I love this. So I'm seeing, yes, definitely, Ms. Pickens, definitely more growth, saw more visitors to my website. That's a win. Let's shout that out. IG growth, Rita is shouting that out. Dr. T is saying secured a keynote for August. Yes, ma'am. I'm loving it. So for number two, if you haven't, here's a goal I'm going to give you. A mid-year marketing goal is if it's really simple, just to track like, okay, how many people are following me on social media, wherever I'm hanging out, my subscribers on YouTube or podcast, or how many speaking engagements did I have as of right now, so that then you can look at the end of the year and come back and say, okay, from June to December, where was I? All right, does that make sense? If that makes sense, put a 1 in the chat. If that makes sense, put a 1 in the chat. If you're just coming on in, I'm excited that you are here. We're in our weekly training, hosted every other Thursday at 6 p.m. and every other Monday at 12 noon, opposite weeks. And for the whole month of July, we're really going to be talking about really the summertime, like, because marketing feels different in the summer and in this kind of mid-year. So that's all we're going to be talking about. So if you're new here, I'm glad that you're here. So look at growth. And if you don't have that data, because you don't have the starting point, start now. So then in a quarter from now, you'll have that information, or the end of the year, you'll have that information. All right. So let's jump into Mark, what goals you want to be establishing and thinking about mid-year. So you want to set a revenue goal. You want to set, because we are in business for money. We are in business to make money. Yes, we are also here for impact. Yes, we are also here to serve clients. Yes, we are also here because we like the things that we do. An indicator of being in business versus a hobby is that you are generating revenue. So think about what you want that to look like for yourself. And this is very individual. Very individual, right? No one can give you this goal. You know, there are people that kind of give you the goal. Thank you. I see that. I see that here. Gwen said doubled in committed connections. So I know she's more in the nonprofit space. So awesome. I love that. All right, great. I'm seeing the ones. So 3, as we think about, okay, mid-year, where we are mid-year, and you know, we still got a lot of momentum. We're going to keep going and kicking through the summer. What do we want our revenue to look like, right, for the next 6 months? So you determine what that is. All right. Now, tied to your revenue is you got to be selling something. So you also want you to set what I'm going to call a launch goal. So a launch is more so if you have a new program, a new service, or it's something that you don't offer all of the time. It's not kind of like the run the engine stuff. It is more of something that, you know, you might have a cohort or a group session, or you might have an event or what have you, and they're kind of start and stop dates. So that's a launch. Or promotions. A promotion is just a sale you can run, or just letting people know that you are open for business and that they can buy from you. I want you to set either a launch or promotions goals as far as when I'm going to do it and how many. What you will notice is your revenue is tied to number 4. Like how many times you're letting people know that you have something to sell, and that you have not putting it on sale, but something that they can buy. Let me say it that way. That is tied to that. So here's a question that you can ask yourself. If your revenue is not where you want it to be, ask yourself, when was the last time like that you sold stuff, that you had a launch, that you did a promotion, and that's going to be tied directly to that. All right. Hey, Natalie, thanks for being here. She's got a great event coming up in Georgia. All right, so let's move on to number 5. I want you to also set a networking and events goal. And many of you have mentioned that a win was speaking, right? And so oftentimes, from a marketing standpoint, from a marketing goal, you can connect with potential clients at a speaking engagement, or a networking engagement, or an event. You also, from a marketing standpoint, there are new things happening all the time. How many of you, if you were part of my challenge, you heard me talk about ChatGPT and artificial intelligence? There was a new Instagram released a new social media site last night, and I think it's more than 5 million. I don't know how many millions it is right now, but more than 5 million people joined it like last night, called Threads. What is my point? In the marketing space, there's always things being added. There's always things moving and grooving. There's always things changing. And so you want to be in a place of, how do I stay up on what are the current things for me to do? Which, let me just invite you, one of the great things that you can do is put my conference on your calendar, right? Put my conference on your calendar, which is the Platform Builder Summit. And we literally have just releasing the full speaker flyer. We've been announcing all of our speakers with their topics. We have topics like Facebook ads, content that connects, video, live streaming. But then we also want to help you with your profit. So the theme is amplify your brand and boost your profits. So we've got an accountant, we've got accountants coming in, and financial advisors. We got an HR person hiring your first. What does it look like to hire your first employee? We've got some self-care stuff. We have a highlight, we are going to be featuring Sharice Jones with FYI. Let me take this down. FYI, this kimono is a part of the Sassy Jones boutique. You can check it out online. Sharice Jones is our fireside chat, and her company has grossed over $800 million. And I want you to hear how she started with her phone propped up on her little boy's diaper bags and going live on Facebook, that pushed the trajectory of her business. So we've got all of that coming for you. So grab a ticket and be with me in Richmond, Virginia, November 3rd and November 4th. You can go to platformbuildersummit.com. We've got a lot of ladies here in the chat already registered. If you're registered, just type registered. If you're registered, type registered. Platformbuildersummit.com. We invite you to join us for that. So number 5, set a networking or an events goal as far as you going to stay top of mind, to connect with your customers, to make sure you're getting the latest information. That is going to help your marketing goal. All right, number 6, set a goal for online marketing. So we talked in number 2 around the growth of looking at like where you were with social media or podcast or YouTube or all of that. So now that you've kind of assessed like, well, here I am, or here I was, and now here I am, then I want you to make a goal. And let me stick a point here too, that online marketing is not just social media. Online marketing is not just social media. We talk a lot about social media, and this is a really great place to be in because it's low-hanging fruit. You still got to work, but it's one of the easier entry points. But there are other things. Google. Are you on Google? YouTube is technically not, a social media site. They're owned by Google. Do you have presence on Google? So set some goals. It might be, if you're a therapist, are you on Psychology Today? I've got clients that are therapists that like all their traffic is getting driven by Psychology Today. So are there online directories that you need to be a part of? Are there things that you need to be doing in this whole online space? Set some goals around it. That is going to be something that you want to do in this space as we are talking about mid-year, your marketing goals. So if you just came in, that's what we're talking about here. I'm Sharvette Mitchell, CEO of Mitchell Productions, and we work with all kinds of clients that are amazing, mainly high-achieving women entrepreneurs, really to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. This complimentary training is one of our service offerings. So let me check the chat here. I see a lot coming on. Yes, Ayana, shout out. She's one of our panelists. She's saying yes, yes, yes. Fire. I see the fire. Yes. Roshinda. Saw her on Today's Show just the other day. Was so happy. Yes. So Sharice Jones, again, will be a featured speaker at the Platform Builder Summit. We'll do a fireside chat. And actually, I think that Today's Show piece, Tracy, was they pulled some clips of the first airing and then reran it. We got people, we got ladies registered. We are excited that you are here and that you're registered. And we got VIPs that are registered. So join us. So let's go back to, we're almost done because I'm going to be doing this in less than 30 minutes. All right. So set online marketing goals, whether that's social media, whether that's stepping up your reels or what have you, whether that's outside of social media. I'm going to even throw, there's other things that you can do, but you want to set some goals between, like, what do you want it to look like between June and December? Because if you don't, you'll blink and we'll be at September, and you'll blink again and we'll be at the end of the year. And so there's that. Now, number 7, my last direction for you is I also want you to set offline marketing goals. All right. And I see Katina just slipped in. Shout out to Katina who okay, great. She registered too. So Katina is here. Shout out to her. She is opening an amazing cornhole lounge in Short Pump area. And so we were having some conversations. And so I want you to also, as number 7, in the final kind of direction I have for you mid-year, I want you to set some offline marketing goals. So I don't want all of your eggs to be in one basket and just say social media is everything. I want you to be thinking about what other things. And if that's something that you're struggling with, and definitely you should schedule a power session with me, because I absolutely can give you direction and guidance in that. But set some offline. So not just online, but what are offline marketing things that you can be doing, and set some goals for July through December. All right, that is it. That is it. Here, I see it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Katina is here. She's here. Shout out to her. And coming into the group on Saturday and letting us know all the great news. So we're gonna keep our eye out on her. And so any comments just around like this mid-year and this space? Hopefully you're not feeling like you're behind the 8 ball. If you do feel like that, I want to like shoot some fuel into you. Like, we still got 6 months. Like, you can still do this. So this coming Monday, we'll be back at 12 noon, and we'll be talking about marketing productivity hacks. Because again, I do realize summer, things might feel a little different. You might even see some differences in your customers, in their behavior and their buying behavior. And so let's keep it moving. And so be back with us on Monday at 12 noon Eastern, marketing productivity hacks, because your time may be a little bit more constrained and all of that. So we'll talk about that. And I invite you to bring any hacks that you're doing. And so Gwen said, how do we set up a power session? Thank you so much for sharing that. You can simply, I'm going to type it in here, go to callsharvette.com, and you'll see callsharvette.com. Let me put that in. So callsharvette.com is where you go. And you'll see a meet and greet call, which is for those that are interested in doing like a coaching program, a quick meet and greet to hear what's going on, with your business, where you want to go. And then I can offer some solutions. The power session is, hey, I'm ready to go. Let me schedule an hour. You can click and pay and everything, and we'll be rocking and rolling. So thank you for asking that. LaShawanda said, I have been asking for business lately, going back to previous customers. That's so good. Matter of fact, I'm going to be, we have a session at 7 p.m. tonight, my new platform builders that started for June, and we're going to be talking about that. So that's a great tip right there. And so anyone listening to the replay, if there's something that you're doing around your marketing and you want to share, I invite you to comment and chat. Thank you. I think that's Katina. Yes, Katina says Sharvette is worth every dime. Thank you for that. And that's an active live customer right there. So, all right, it's a wrap. Again, I'm super excited. We have the flyer out. Hold on, it's gonna cover my face for a second, but we have the full flyer out. If you're on my email list, you saw this in the email. And so we are just ecstatic about the content that we are producing. We have all of the speakers are on the website, platformbuildersummit.com. You can see their bios. You can see their session topic. You can see the session description. It is all there. And so I'm really, 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 really excited about it. And I also posted the full flyer in the Facebook community, and it'll be everywhere by the end of the night. And so there is that. The Platform Builder Summit, amplify your brand, boost your profits. And the tickets, the early bird tickets are $175. So grab it before it goes to $250. Next year, they're going to be more. I'm just letting you know. Thank you, Ayana said, beautiful flyer. Thank you. Mona J of Dream Designs. And I think she's actually in this community. Mona J did the flyer, and I'm so excited and so happy. I'm so happy with it. All right. I got 2 minutes to spare. I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community, wherever you are participating and joining in from. And I'm going to see you on Monday. This week we're off, right? Because it's like, it doesn't feel like it's going to be Monday in a couple of days. So that when you have that holiday in the middle of the week, sometimes kind of throws you. But so there'll be that. All right. Hey, Dana, thank you so much for coming on by. Thank you, Rashinda, for stopping on by. All right. It's a wrap. I'll see you all later on the web, and I'll see you Monday.